EXO Korean, stylized as EXO, is a South Korean Chinese boy group based in Seoul. Formed by SM Entertainment in 2011, the group debuted in 2012 and has 9 members: Suha, Baekhyun, Chanyeol, Do, Kai, Sun, Xiumin, Lei, and Chen. Their wide variety of musical styles, which have been praised for their diversity, include traditional genres such as pop, hip-hop and airbae, along with EDM genres including house, trap and synth-pop, among others. They release and perform music in Korean, Mandarin, and Japanese. They were ranked as one of the top 5 most influential celebrities on the Forbes Korea Power Celebrity list from 2014 to 2018 and have been named the biggest boy band in the world and the kings of K-pop by media outlets. The group initially debuted with 12 members separated into 2 subgroups: EXO K Suha, Baekhyun, Chanyeol, Do, Kai, and Sun, and EXO M Xiumin, Lei, Chen, and former members Chris, Luhan, and Tao FN1, performing music in Korean and Mandarin respectively. However, the last time EXO separated into subgroups to release music was in 2014. They have been active as a single group since then, while continuing to release and perform music in multiple languages. The group became 9 after the departures of Chris, Luhan, and Tao amid legal battles in 2014 and 2015. Since 2016, 3 members, Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin, have also been active as a subunit named EXO CBX, incorporating the initials of each member's stage name. All members also maintain solo careers across music, film, and television. EXO's first album, XOXO 2013, which contained the breakthrough hit Growl, was a critical and commercial success, winning both Disc D Song at the 28th Golden Disc Awards and Album of the Year at the 15th Notation Music Awards. It sold over 1 million copies, making EXO the best-selling Korean artist in 12 years. Subsequent albums and EPs continued with strong sales. Their second album, Exodus 2015, and third album, Exact 2016, both sold over 1 million copies each as well. These albums, along with EXO's third EP, Overdose 2014, won EXO multiple awards including Disc D Song at the 29th, 30th and 31st Golden Disc Awards, Album of the Year at the 16th, 17th and 18th Notation Music Awards, and the D Song Award at the 24th, 25th and 26th Seoul Music Awards. Their fourth album, The War 2017, became their best-selling album to date, selling over 1.6 million copies in South Korea and winning the group a second consecutive Artist of the Year award at the 9th Melon Music Awards and record 5th consecutive Album of the Year award at the 19th Notation Music Awards. The War also became their highest charting album on the Billboard 200. Since beginning with their first headlining tour in 2014, EXO from Exoplanet 1, The Lost Planet, EXO have performed over 100 concerts spanning 4 tours in addition to participating in multiple joint tours. EXO are also known for their work outside of music, including endorsement deals with brands such as Nature Republic and Samsung, and philanthropic efforts such as Smile for You, a joint SM Entertainment and UNICEF project that began in 2015, which EXO continues to participate in. History: 2006 to 2012 formation and debut. EXO-K's leader, Suha, was the first member to join SM Entertainment after a successful audition through its casting system in 2006. A year later, Kai, with the encouragement from his father, auditioned at the SM Youth Best Contest, ultimately won and received a contract. Chanyeol, who took second place in Smart Model Contest, and Sun, who went through 4 auditions in 2 years, were the next members to become a trainee in 2008. In 2010, EXO-K's Do sang for his audition and was eventually offered a contract. The last member of EXO-K to become a trainee was Baekhyun, who joined in 2011 through SM casting system, and trained for approximately 1 year before debut. For EXO-M, Chris auditioned at Canada's Global Audition in 2008, before moving to South Korea for training. That same year, Lei auditioned at Changsha and subsequently moved to South Korea, while Xiumin went for the audition with his friend and won second place. In 2010, Luhan was scouted by a company's representative in Myeongdong and passed the audition, while Tao was scouted at a talent show. The last member to join EXO-M was Chen, who took part in the casting system in 2011 at the age of 19. In May 2011, at a Hallyu business seminar held at Stanford University, Lee Soo-man spoke about a strategy of debuting a new boy band, in which they would be divided into 2 subgroups, promoting the same music simultaneously in South Korea and China by performing songs in both Korean and Mandarin. After several member changes, in December 2011, the group finalized their name to EXO, taken from the word exoplanet. They are divided into 2 subgroups, EXO-KK for Korean for South Korea and EXO-MM for Mandarin for China. They debuted their first televised performance at SBS's annual Gyeodaejin event on December 29, 2011. XOK and XOM made their debut with the single, Mama, on April 8, followed by an EP Mama, on April 9. The two subgroups promoted the album separately in two countries. XOK performed on South Korea's music program The Music Trend, while XOM made their debut in China's Top Chinese Music Awards on the same day. The Korean album peaked at number 1 on the Gaon album chart and number 8 on the Billboard World Albums chart. The Mandarin version of Mama reached number 2 on China's Sina album chart, and number 1 on Chinese streaming websites. Prior to their debut, EXO released two prologue singles, titled, What is Love in History? The former peaked at number 88 on South Korea's Gaon single chart, while the latter peaked at number 68 on the Gaon single chart and number 6 on China's Sina music chart. EXO was awarded Best New Asian Group at the 2012 Notation Music Awards, and the Newcomer Award at the Golden Disc Awards. In addition, XOM received the Most Popular Group Award at the 2013 Top Chinese Music Awards. 2013 to 2014 First Studio Album and Concert Tour, Commercial Success, Chris and Luhan's Lawsuit. The group's first studio album, XOXO, was released on June 3, 2013 with two versions, a Korean language and a Mandarin language edition. Unlike the EP Mama when XOK and XOM had separate promotions, XOXO was jointly promoted mainly in South Korea. EXO recorded the album's lead single Wolf together, but the rest of the album tracks were recorded separately. A repackaged version of XOXO, titled Growl, was released on August 5, 2013 with 3 additional tracks. Growl peaked at number 3 on Billboard's Korea K-pop Hot 100 and number 2 on the Gaon Singles Chart. All versions of XOXO have collectively sold over 1 million copies, which made EXO the first Korean artist to sell over a million copies of one album in 12 years, and breaking the record for being the fastest-selling K-pop act. XOXO is the best-selling album in South Korea of 2013, winning Disc D-Sung at the Golden Disc Awards, and Album of the Year at the 2013 Notation Music Awards. In December, EXO released the second EP Miracles in December as a special winter album through South Korean commercial outlets and online music stores. Prior to the release, the group promoted the album through their first reality show EXO's Showtime, which premiered on November 28, 2013 on the cable channel MBC Everyone. EXO's third EP, Overdose, was released on May 7, 2014. Originally scheduled to be released on April 21, the album was delayed due to the Seoul ferry accident on April 16. Overdose was promoted similarly to Mama, with XOK in South Korea and XOM promoting primarily in China. The album had over 660,000 pre-orders before its release, making it the most pre-ordered Korean mini-album in history. The Korean edition also peaked at number 2 on Billboard's World Albums chart, and number 129 on the Billboard 200, making EXO the highest-charting Korean male group act on the Billboard 200 at that time. Overdose became the best-selling album in South Korea of 2014 and was the first mini-album to top the yearly charts and win the Album of the Year award at Notation Music Awards. By the end of 2014, EXO was Japan's best-selling K-pop artist of the year. On May 15, 2014, SM Entertainment confirmed that XOM's leader, Chris, had filed a lawsuit against the agency to terminate his contract, stating violation of human rights as the main reason. On October 10, XOM's Luhan also filed a lawsuit against SM Entertainment to nullify his contract, because of health issues and being treated differently than the Korean members, therefore having no promotions. SM Entertainment announced that EXO would continue to promote with 10 members. The group held their first solo concert EXO from Exoplanet 1, The Lost Planet starting May 24 at the Seoul Olympic Gymnasium. Tickets for the concert sold out in 1.47 seconds, breaking the record for the fastest sold-out concert by a Korean artist. 2015 critical acclaim in Tao's lawsuit. EXO released their second studio album, Exodus on March 30, 2015 in both Korean and Mandarin versions. Domestic pre-sales for the album surpassed 500,000 copies within 24 hours, setting a new record for pre-sales. The title track, Call Me Baby, was released early on March 27, due to leaked versions of the song. The music videos were released 4 days later, with the Korean version later becoming the most watched K-pop music video in the first half of 2015. The album's Korean version also broke records after staying at number 1 on the Gaon album chart for 4 consecutive weeks. Exodus eventually went on to sell over 1 million copies, and is the group's second album after XOXO to do so. It was named Album of the Year at the 2015 Notation Music Awards, making this the third consecutive win in this category for the group since 2013. In May, EXO broke the record on Billboard as the highest-ranking Korean artist, topping at 90th place. EXO also entered the Canadian Billboard Hot 100 chart at number 98, making them the first K-pop group and second Korean artist to enter the Canadian chart. On April 22, member Tao's father posted a letter through Weibo expressing his sentiments for his son to withdraw from the group and return to China, due to lack of support concerning individual career developments and health issues. Tao had previously sustained several injuries which had not been properly treated that worsened, and caused him to be absent during promotions for the group's second studio album Exodus. On April 23, SM Entertainment released an official statement saying that they would be seeking a solution in a developmental direction by negotiating with Tao and his father. Tao later confirmed that he had left SM Entertainment, and after failed negotiations, he filed an official lawsuit against SM Entertainment on August 24 for the termination of his exclusive contract. During this time, EXO released the repackaged version of Exodus, titled Love Me Right, on June 3. This edition contains the original tracks from Exodus and 4 new songs, including the title track Love Me Right. Due to Tao's absence, the group promoted the song as 9 members. The group became the first artist to hold a dome concert in South Korea with EXO, Love Concert in Dome at the Gakki Sky Dome in Seoul to promote the lead single. A separate tour titled, EXO Planet 2, the X-Selection was also held with the remaining 9 members. On November 4, EXO released their debut Japanese single Love Me Right Romantic Universe, which contains the Japanese version of Love Me Right and an original Japanese song titled Drop That. On the day of its release, the single sold a total of 147,000 copies and reached the top of the Oricon chart, becoming the best-selling debut single in Japan by a Korean artist of all time. 5 days later, EXO released a special single titled Lightsaber to promote the movie Star Wars The Force Awakens ahead of its release in South Korea, as part of the collaboration between SM Entertainment and Walt Disney. On December 10, EXO released their second winter special album and 4th extended play Sing For You along with double title tracks Sing For You and Unfair. The album broke the record for the highest first-week sales for a Korean artist by selling 267,900 copies in its first week. Unfair also became the first K-pop song to be featured in the Best of the Week playlist by Apple Music, while EXO became the first Korean artist to appear on the Apple Music homepage. Part of the profits from the album was reportedly donated to UNICEF's Smile For You campaign to support the musical education of children in Asia. Near the end of 2015, prominent South Korean entertainment industry leaders ranked EXO at number 7, the highest of any K-pop artist, in the top 10 pop culture leaders of 2015. 2016 to 2017 Chris and Luhan's departures. EXO's third studio album, Exact, along with its singles Lucky One and Monster, were released on June 9, 2016 in both Korean and Mandarin versions. Domestic pre-orders for the album surpassed 660,000, making it the most pre-ordered K-pop album ever at that time. The album later broke the record for the highest first-week sales of a Korean album, breaking their previous record set by Sing For You, by selling 522,372 copies in 1 week. Monster became EXO's first number 1 on the Billboard World Digital Songs chart, while a Lucky One debuted at number 3. On August 18, a repackaged edition for Exact, titled Lotto, was released. It contained the original tracks from Exact along with 4 new songs including the single of the same name. Lotto became EXO's second number 1 on the Billboard World Digital Songs chart and peaked at number 2 on Gaon's digital chart. Lotto's Korean and Chinese versions reached number 1 and 2 respectively on Gaon's album chart. Within 2 months of its original release, Exact sold over 1.17 million copies, honoring EXO with the title of Triple Million Sellers. On July 21, Chris and Luhan officially parted ways with EXO as their contractual disputes with SM Entertainment drew to a close. On July 22, EXO embarked on their third solo concert tour, EXO Planet 3, The Exordium. EXO established a record as the first artist to hold as many as 6 consecutive concerts at the Olympic Gymnastics Arena. On May 27 and 28, 2017, EXO concluded the Exordium tour with 2 concerts at the Seoul Olympic Stadium, the largest stadium in South Korea with an estimated maximum seating capacity of 100,000. Tickets for the first date went on sale on April 12 and were sold out within 20 minutes. In June, Lay announced he would not take part in their next album to focus on his acting career. As of then, he has been absent from EXO as a whole. On December 7, EXO's second Japanese single Coming Over, containing 3 original tracks, was released. It reached number 2 on the weekly Oricon chart, selling over 158,000 copies and became their second Japanese single album to receive a platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of Japan. Their third winter album and 5th extended play For a Life was released on December 19. They did not engage in promotions for the album or its single For Life, and as of 2017, it had sold over 442,000 copies. EXO's fourth studio album The War was released on July 18, 2017. The album had received 807,235 pre-orders, surpassing their own record of 660,000 for exact. Coco Bop debuted at number 1 on the Melon Digital chart, making EXO the first K-pop group to enter at number 1 after chart changes were implemented on February 27, 2017. Upon release, the album recorded the highest first-week sales of any K-pop album previously, with 602,094 copies sold. It debuted at number 87 on the Billboard 200 chart and number 1 on the Billboard World Albums chart. On August 29, the 2018 edition of the Guinness World Records book was released, naming EXO as having the most Daesung Grand Prize awards won at the Notation Music Awards in history. On September 5, a repackaged edition for The War, titled The War: The Power of Music, was released. It contains the original tracks from The War along with 3 new songs, including the single Power. On September 14, Power recorded the highest score of all time on M Countdown with 11,000 points, making EXO the first artist to achieve a perfect score after the system changes were implemented in June 2015. The win also marked their 100th win on music shows. On October 19, EXO announced their third world tour, Exoplanet 4, The Ly Zion, starting with 3 concerts in Seoul's Gakyeok Sky Dome on November 24 to 26, 2017. It was announced on November 4, via EXO's Japanese website, that EXO would release their first full-length Japanese album titled Countdown on January 24, 2018. A short version of the music video for the lead single Electric Kiss was released on December 6. It was also revealed that Countdown would feature a total of 10 songs including previously released and new songs. As of November 30, Korean sales of EXO's fourth studio album The War reportedly reached 1,592,792. Making it EXO's best-selling album to date and earning them the title of quadruple million seller. In early December, EXO announced their fourth winter album and sixth extended play, titled Universe. It was originally due to release on December 21, but was delayed to December 26 due to the death of labelmate, Jong Hyun. 2018 present debut in Japan, Olympics and recognition. On January 16, Power became the first K-pop song to play at the Dubai Fountain, the world's largest choreographed fountain system, which is located on Burj Khalifa Lake in Dubai. 7 members of the group excluding Dio and Lay traveled to Dubai to view the first showing. Power was initially scheduled to play until the end of January. However, its run was extended until March 31 with a total of 5 shows per week. On January 31, EXO released their first full-length Japanese album Countdown. It was originally planned for release on January 24 but was delayed a week. It debuted at number 1 on the weekly Oricon chart, selling approximately 89,000 copies. This made EXO the first foreign group whose debut single and complete album both reached first place on the weekly Oricon chart. 10 days after release, on February 9, Countdown was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of Japan. In early February, it was announced that EXO would perform at the closing ceremony of the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang on February 25 as representatives of K-pop, along with CL. This came after Baekhyun sang the national anthem at the opening ceremony of the International Olympic Committee General Assembly on February 5 and EXO performed at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics D100 concert, a special concert held on November 1, 2017 marking 100 days until the start of the 2018 Winter Olympics. In March, the Korean Mint Corporation announced that they would create official commemorative medals for EXO, honoring them for their contribution to the global spread of Korean culture as representatives of K-pop. The 9 medals, one for each member, were unveiled on April 18 at a ceremony in Seoul. Subunit and solo endeavors. On October 5, 2016, SM Entertainment announced the first subunit of EXO, consisting of 3 members Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin, who had previously released an original soundtrack titled For You for the SBS television series Moon Lover's Scarlet Heart Rio. On October 24, the subunit was announced to be named EXO CBX, CBX being the initials of the members' stage names Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin, short for Chen Baekzai. EXO CBX released their debut extended play Hey Mama, and the music video for the single of the same name on October 31. The album was a success, garnering the most sales for a subunit in 2016 with 275,191 copies sold. They subsequently made their debut in Japan on May 24, 2017 with the extended play, Girls. Prior to their Japanese debut, a short version of the music video for the lead single Ka-Ching was released on April 30, 2017. The album has sold over 70,000 copies in Japan after its release. Citation needed. Prior to Lei's solo debut, he had participated in SM Station in May 2016 with Monodrama, a self-written and self-composed ballad. The song was a success in China, ranking number 1 on Billboard China's V chart for 5 consecutive weeks. In October 2016, Lei became the first member to make his solo debut in both Korea and China simultaneously. He participated in the composition, arrangement, and writing the lyrics for all of the songs for the extended play Lose Control. It was a commercial success, breaking several Guinness World Records, and debuted atop on the South Korean Gaon album chart. In October 2017, Lei released his second solo album, Sheep. The album saw great success, with over 810,000 copies sold. Artistry. Concept. EXO debuted with a unique concept first revealed with the release of their debut single Mama. It involved each of the 12 members possessing an individual elemental superpower ranging from fire, water and wind to time control and teleportation. The music video for Mama also became famous for an extensive narration explaining the concept using metaphors based around the tree of life, with XOK and XOM being two sides of the same coin. The group's debut concept has been referenced in several music videos years after their debut. The members' superpowers were seen in their music video for Lucky One released in 2016, showing the members using their powers to break out of a laboratory where they were being experimented on. They were seen again in 2017 in the music video for their superhero-inspired single Power, featuring a video game-style battle with the members using their elemental powers to defeat a giant robot. Musicality. EXO are considered by many to be a vocal powerhouse in the K-pop industry, with their 3 main vocalists Dio, Chen and Baekhyun receiving high praise from key industry figures and the media. Starting in 2013, EXO has released special winter-themed EPs nearly every year in December. These EPs featured many classic and emotional ballad singles, a divergence from the dramatic and upbeat singles usually featured on their studio albums, allowing their impressive vocal abilities to be shown. Billboard applauded their single Universe, from their 2017 7-track winter EP of the same name, saying that with soaring, emotive vocals, courtesy of the EXO members, Universe is a power ballad that showcases the group's strengths. EXO members' vocal abilities have also been repeatedly showcased on contemporary airbase songs since their earliest of albums such as Thunder, My Turn to Cry, and What If, to their most recent, with tracks like She's Dreaming and Sweet Lies. The group has frequently worked with veteran Korean, American, and British producers, including Kenzie, Dean, LDA Noise, The Underdogs and Mars Music. Many of their songs are produced with performance in mind, especially their singles, which feature genres like hip-hop, disco and funk, with an electronic, pop twist. EXO's first 2 title tracks Mama and Wolf were both supercharged, high-energy K-pop songs that utilized warped, orchestral synths. A change of pace was felt with their 2013 repackaged release Growl, with which they took a smoother, stripped-down approach and focused on the group's intricate choreography and one-take cinematography. 2 more airbase/hip-hop inspired titled tracks followed, with the mid-2014 Overdose and the record-breaking 2015 release, Call Me Baby, a nod to pop and airbase groups of the late 90s and early 2000s, but made unique with K-pop's 200% intensity. That same nostalgic, early 2000s element can be traced through their entire second studio album, Exodus, with tracks like the similarly titled Exodus, Hurt and Lady Luck. EXO marked a significant maturing and honing of their sound with their 2016 release, Exact. The album featured 2 title tracks, Monster and Lucky One, both falling on very different parts of the music spectrum. Inspiration for the songs was pulled from hip-hop/dance and disco/funk elements, respectively, but with modern, pop upgrades. With other songs on Exact, the producers created tracks based on new wave airbase styles that incorporate more experimental instrumentation and unconventional structures like Cloud9 and They Never Know. Within the same album, producers branched out from the standard K-pop catalog and pulled directly from contemporary forms of disco and house music for the tracks Artificial Love and White Noise. The album was pinned by some as being a well-executed darker manifestation of EXO's musical sensibilities, with one writer stating if the change in music and lyrical quality is what EXO was looking to achieve, then they definitely have succeeded. Their 4th studio release, The War, featured the viral hit Coco Bop. The song is sprinkled with lyrics based on an old American children's rhyme, and the sound is a blend of medium-tempo reggaeton guitar, percussion and a high-key, energetic EDM breakdown that carries throughout the track. Performance was integral to the sound of Coco Bop, with Baekhyun saying, "I felt that a lot of our fans were unable to fully enjoy our concerts or performances because they're conscious of what others would think." He stated that because their title track was easy to groove to, he wanted fans to become more carefree, release their stress and dance away with the music. Although Coco Bop was not K-pop's first reggae-inspired track, EXO was credited with unconventionally, but successfully, hybridizing laid-back reggae rhythms with strong, electronic breaks, with one reviewer asking what makes EXO so huge. Their unfamiliar approach is keeping things from becoming boring. The war is diverse in its genre choices, featuring hip-hop heavy songs like Forever and Chill and more funky renditions What You Do? And Touch It. It closes off with the ominous, energetic Going Crazy, peaking back up on the group's signature electronic sound. The producers of The Eve explained that their aim was a song that was sexy and melodic, but also performance-driven, and once they finished it they knew it would be perfect record for the group. Overall, the album was considered a slickly produced cohesive collection filled with a variety of sonic styles. Experts believed EXO shows delicate sensitivity and wide spectrum, and musicality is not missed. On producing for the group, Harvey Mason Jr. said, "To us, there's really not something they can pull off as far as pop music, they can do it all. They can sing, they can dance, they have the energy. It's just all there for us. It's like a painter having every color to paint with." Songwriting. EXO has faced criticism in the past due to their lack of involvement in the creative process in writing and producing their songs. However, around the same time in 2015, their first song to credit lyrics to one of group's members was released on the repacked version of their second album, Love Me Right. The song Promise EXO 2014, written by members Chanyeol, Chen, and Lay, was a special gift to the fans with lyrics giving thanks and showing appreciation for their support. In the years following, EXO have released multiple songs with lyrics by members of the group, including Heaven and She's Dreaming off of their third album Exact and its repackaged version Lotto, their special promotional single Lightsaber, and most notably, their award-winning single Coco Bop along with Touch It, Chill and Sweet Lies, released in 2017 on their fourth album The War and its repackaged version Power. It's explained that Coco Bop invites audiences to simply enjoy dancing to the music, and Touch It talks about a man nervously pursuing the object of his affections. In a 2017 interview with Billboard, Chen spoke on the process behind writing for Touch It, saying, "After completing the draft, I worked on it by fixing awkward pronunciations by singing along the lyrics with the music. This helped me figure out more suitable and comfortable words that would enhance the groove when listening to the song." Chanyeol also spoke about his contribution to lyric writing on Chill, stating that because he worked on the lyrics with an empty track without demo lyrics, the process came more naturally to him. Chen is also credited with writing the complete Korean lyrics for the track titled Lights Out, from their fourth winter album, Universe. Other ventures. Endorsements. In early February 2013, EXO began promoting a South Korean clothing brand, Sport. The band shot a commercial ad for a new pair of sneakers named after them, Move EXO. The band has launched a clothing range called Boy Who Cried Wolf BWCW, partnering up with various Korean street brands. The collaboration store is located at Outlab in Garasagil, Sinsadong. EXO also has a 2-year endorsement deal with cosmetics brand, Nature Republic. EXO are currently the endorsers for various other brands and companies such as Samsung, Spao, Baskin-Robbins, Ivy Club, MCM Worldwide, Pepero, Lauda World, Lauda Duty Free, MCM, Kong Shifu Iced Tea, Hatson, Gubna Chicken, Skechers, and MLB. Philanthropy. The members of EXO-K became Goodwill Ambassadors for South Korea's Red Cross Youth in December 2012. Members of EXO and Baeduna are appointed as official ambassadors for Fashion Cody 2014, which is hosted by Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Korea and the Korea Active Content Agency Fashion Festival in July 2014. In July 2014, Samsung announced EXO as Samsung's brand ambassador for 2014 Summer Youth Olympics. Since their debut, EXO members have also been heavily involved in charitable work ranging from volunteering to making personal donations to organizations such as child care centers, the Korea Childhood Leukemia Foundation, Shihong Women's Resources Development Center and China's Hunan Province Medical Services. In 2015, EXO began participating in Smile for You, a joint SM Entertainment and UNICEF project that aids music educational through charitable work for children in Asia. Part of the proceeds of their second winter album, Sing for You, and subsequent albums including their third and fourth studio albums, Exact and The War respectively, were donated to the campaign. Members Kai and Sun also participated in photo shoots for the campaign. Awards and nominations. EXO have been recipients of numerous awards from South Korea and mainland China. On June 14, 2013, over a year after their official debut, the band received their first win on the South Korean music program Music Bank with their single Wolf. EXO also holds the record for the most number of wins for a single song with 18 music show wins for Call Me Baby, released in 2015. Since then, EXO has gone on to win over 100 music program awards, only the second artist to do so, after Girls' Generation. EXO have also received 23 D-Song Awards, also known as Grand Prize Awards, from various award shows. These most notably include 6 D-Song Awards from the Nation Music Awards, which was recorded in the 2018 Guinness World Records book as the most D-Song Grand Prize Awards won at the Nation Music Awards. D-Song Awards are the most significant awards given in the Korean music industry. Discography. Main article EXO Discography. See also List of songs recorded by EXO. Korean albums. EXO 2013. Exodus 2015. Exact 2016. The War 2017. Japanese albums. Countdown 2018. Tours and residencies. Headlining. EXO from Exoplanet 1. The Lost Planet 2014. Exoplanet 2. The Exolution 2015 to 2016. Exoplanet 3. The Exordium 2016 to 2017. Exoplanet 4, the LY Zion 2017 to 2018. Residency shows. SM Town Week Christmas Wonderland with FX 2013. Joint tours. SM Town Live World Tour 3 2012 to 2013. SM Town Live World Tour 4 2014 to 2015. SM Town Live World Tour V 2016. SM Town Live World Tour VI 2017 to 2018. Supporting act. Super Junior. Super Show 4 EXO-M Only 2012. Filmography. Reality TV shows. 2013 EXO's Showtime. 2014 EXO 2014 EXO 900 2014. 2015 SERP Lines EXO Line TV Schumann, Chanyeol, Tao, Kai, and Sun. 2015 EXO Channel. 2016 EXOmentary Live. 2017 EXO Touragram. 2018 EXO's World Trip on a Ladder. Dramas. 2015 EXO Next Door. DVDs. 2014 EXO's First Box. 2014 EXO Daeyoung's. 2015 EXO from Exoplanet 1. The Lost Planet in Japan. 2015 EXO from Exoplanet 1. The Lost Planet in Seoul. 2015 EXO's Second Box. 2016 EXO from Exoplanet 2. The Exolution in Japan. 2016 EXO from Exoplanet 2. The Exolution in Seoul. 2017 EXO from Exoplanet 3. The Exordium in Japan. 2017 EXO from Exoplanet 3. The Exordium in Seoul. 2017 from Happiness. 2018 Exoplanet 4. The LY Zion, in Japan. Legal issues. On May 15, 2014, SM Entertainment confirmed that EXO-M's leader, Chris, had filed a lawsuit against the agency to terminate his contract for violation of basic human rights by treating him like a product rather than a person, disregard for his health, unfair profit distribution and restricting his freedom. The same law firm that represented Han Geng of Super Junior in his lawsuit against SM Entertainment also represented Chris. On October 10, 2014, Luhan filed a lawsuit against SM Entertainment to nullify his contract, mainly because of health issues and for being treated differently than its Korean members. The same law firm that represented Han Geng and Chris in their lawsuits against SM Entertainment also represented Luhan. On August 24, 2015, Tao filed a lawsuit against SM Entertainment for termination of his contract and is being represented by the same legal team as Chris and Luhan. SM Entertainment responded to his legal actions by stating, "Our company plans to use everything in our power including both Korean and Chinese legal professionals and partners to respond legally both in Korea and China in a multifaceted manner. We also plan to take legal steps to respond to Tao's illegal promotions and actions." On January 5, 2016, SM Entertainment won one of their counter-lawsuits against Tao following the ruling of the Intermediate People's Court in the Qingdao, Shandong, in China. The agency sued Tao over his failure to repay the company after his departure. They released an official statement saying SM has ongoing lawsuits against EXO members Wu Yifan, Chris, Luhan, and Tao for violating their exclusive contracts and partaking in illegal promotions in China. Among these lawsuits, SM filed a lawsuit against Tao for failing to repay SM on October 13, 2015. An intermediate court in Qingdao, China made the verdict that Tao is to repay SM Entertainment as well as interest for the delayed payment. In July 2016, it was announced that the lawsuit between Luhan, Chris, and SM Entertainment had been settled. The two sides settled during their third court-mandated arbitration, the previous two being in September 2015 and June 2016, with the court settling the case with recommendation for reconciliation. The two idols will maintain their contract with SM until 2022. SM Entertainment will contract out their work outside of Korea and Japan, i.e. Chris and Luhan's Chinese agencies will share related revenues with SM Entertainment for activities anywhere but Korea and Japan, where SM Entertainment has exclusive rights per their contract because SM Entertainment is technically contracting out management for their non-Korean/Japanese activities until 2022, when their contracts with SM Entertainment expire.